I know this day is still gonna end before it's done. I'm having no regrets, running hard, driving fast, jumping blind, falling further from my place. When I feel fine and my life is safe, that's when I draw the line and contemplate this place. I'm a renegade soul, I'm always ready to go, 'cause I don't know how to slow down to keep my feet on the ground. Stick around, I'm a renegade soul. I'm always ready to go, 'cause I don't know how to slow down to keep my feet on the ground. I'm a renegade soul. Written of love long ago, but I played the part for the show. 'Cause people never find love true, even though I told myself they do. And it seems that you might like me now, but I know deep down I've got nothing to offer, and this you're gonna soon find out, that I let you down over and over. Say no, say no to me, listen closely, say no. Just save yourself, save us from me, 'cause I can't say that word. I'll only make it. I wish I had something to give, I wish I had love that touched you with. I wish I could believe my lies, then I could sleep tonight. So if you continue to pursue, no matter how hard I try, I can't tell you the truth. And I don't really understand why I sabotage myself and every girl that tries. Say no, say no to me, make it easy. Say no, just save yourself, save us from me, 'cause I won't say that word. I'm only gonna make it. I know for most it's probably pretty easy, yeah. Oh, but it seems I like to make my life hard. So save yourself this mistake and hit the brakes and let me go. Say no, say no to me, listen closely to your heart. finally found. I know that you're out there, but I'm closing my eyes. I'm softening my heart and taking off this disguise. I hope you can see me in the starlight. I'm just past the hillside, a little more to the right. Oh, everything, all that I have, it's already in you. You already own me. You have me. All that you need is to find me. I'm right here hiding. Please don't tell anybody. I've been hiding. Honestly, hopefully, maybe I'll open my eyes and not be scared to see through the bright lights. I'll listen for your song, cause I hope you can see me in the starlight. Welcome to the David Blair Music Show podcast, the afternoon edition, the 1 p.m. Berlin Standard Time, Central European Standard Time. I think it is Central European Summertime. Welcome to the show. Today it's a great show. We're talking about freedom, the meaning of freedom. My God, what a crazy topic. I don't know why I do this to myself and I give these big titles like freedom and, a new beginning and well, Father's Day is, I think, fairly easy, but I do these big things and I challenge myself, I guess. But what can I say? Today's show, The Meaning of Freedom, is inspired by and is a little tribute to America's Independence Day. We'll take a little look back on the history of the Star-Spangled Banner. We'll chat on what freedom is to me and what songs I've written that have contributed to my personal freedom in my life. So, without further ado, let's do a little intro. This is a soundtrack to our conversation. You're out of laughter in my... All right, so this show would not exist without support from special patrons and you guys coming up and showing up every single week to the show. So let me first give a little shout out to my patrons for the show. Christopher Methler, Uta and Peter Steinbach, the Schwer family, Kathy and Willem Wary, Kim Mady and Shauna Verberg, and everyone that has contributed to the show from the beginning back in March, back when COVID first broke out, and my last show was March 13th. By the way, my first show, finally live, is coming up July 18th, which is right near about an hour here from Berlin, which is very exciting for me. It's the longest stretch that I have not played a show in, wait for it, 15 years. Since 2005, I have not gone a stretch this long without playing a live show. Even when I went through, literally, I could not sing or talk in December of 2011. So for 1 month, I was not allowed to talk because I had nodes on my vocal cords. Even then, I just stayed away from shows not as long as 3 months, so it's kind of crazy. So that's exciting. But in the meantime, we've been having this wonderful relationship here, and it's fantastic. You know what I forgot? I actually forgot. I got to put some lights on here. I feel like there's a little shadow on this one side here. Let me go. Let's do that. There we go. That's a little better. All right. So yes, I also wanted to give a quick little shout out. As you guys might know, I don't know who follows me on Instagram or what posts you get to see, but I have a new song coming out July 31st. A little bit different style than what I'm used to putting out as well. A little bit electronic, a little synth in there. Just a sprinkle of a synth. Well, it's pretty good actually. Nice stabbing synth, dun, 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 dun. But it's really totally me. I feel really good about it. And I've been asking people to be a part of the music video. So people have.
Is it buzzing now? Should I turn the lights off then? You don't like the buzz? Okay. All right. Well, we've had a complaint that there's a sound buzz. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'll go without the lights. So let's do it. All right. Well, you know, there's a shadow there. So what do you want? What do you prefer? You prefer that better? Okay. So we're gonna go with my wife because she's married to me, and you know she wins. So if you complain, you totally can put that in the comments. And if there's a couple people that complain, then it's 2-1, and then you win. Then we'll put the sign on. There's a little bit of buzz. Anyway, okay. So where were we here? I wanted to give a quick shout out to some people who had sent in. So I did a little video. Actually, let me put the video on. I'm asking for help for my music video, actually, for this. And so let's see here. Where is it? Here we go. Check this out, people. If you want to contribute and be in my music video and you're passionate about something and you love it, and it's your way of life and you can't live without it, it's really a part of like who you are. It's the actual activity is kind of a manifestation of who you are inside, then you should be in this video. So here you go.
I'd give it up in a heartbeat just to stay with you. Yeah. People tell me that freedom's not a point of view. Oh, when I'm without you, I'm locked inside. No circumstances can make it right. The light that shines inside me when I'm with you.
All right, so that is... Was it crazy loud? Sorry. All right, getting lots of complaints. Me and my wife should probably be on better terms before we start the show. But what can I say? That's just the whole part of life. Or maybe it actually leads right into what we're talking about today, freedom. It's going to be exciting, and we're going to get into that in a second. So anyway, I want to thank, so some people have contributed, by the way. So if you noticed, that video was pretty cool. Basically a little sign that says, this is my way of life. And this is my way of life. You know, those are, basketball is my way of life. I love it. Well, sports in general. What? What are you laughing at now?
I'm just laughing about what you said.
Anyway, all right. So all I want to say is basically, my God, this show it's already starting off horrendously, but it's okay. I hope you're hanging out in there. We're going to do actually a little shout out. But anyway, I just want to say a thank you to the people who have contributed already. So if you're pumped about it, if you love, I'm looking for people, like for me, I love sports really a lot and music a lot and traveling and doing crazy things like that. So you can see a little bit, of course, and that's my kind of video for way of life. But if you have a little 5-second clip of you doing whatever, I don't even care if it's growing plants, right? And if you can show a picture of a beautiful plant or a garden that you've done, and then you go, this is my way of life, and you have a little sign that's made by you, I would love to get that video submission and put it in my video. We're doing the whole thing. So I've got Julia Menline. She sent in something of a little hockey clip. I just posted it on my Instagram. I've got David Zurabashvili, who is a professional soccer player actually in Turkey at one point, a Premier League there. I got him in the video. He's doing his thing with soccer. That's part of his life. My buddy David Anthony, volleyball has always been a major part of his life since he was a teenager. I've always known that. Sean of Airborg, Kathy, Kim, Willem, thank you so much for your contribution. I can't wait to share that. I'm going to be posting that on Instagram in probably tomorrow or later today. So thanks so much. So it's turning out super great. So the video, so yes, again, you can upload it. There's a link to upload on my Instagram. And, did I post the link? I think I did post the link on Facebook. I have forgotten now of where you can do it. But, yeah, we got to do that. I messed that up. But anyway, if you want to let me know, just direct message me, and then I'll give you the link, okay? And then we'll get it all set up. So today is Independence Day, 4th of July. Also Pamela Anderson's birthday. I don't know why I always remember that's a random fact. But it's my favorite country in the world. I love it. And but before I get into actually the States a little bit and my thing there, I know it's a dangerous topic just to even bring up the United States. I get it. Trump and racism and anti-racism, Black Lives Matter. It's craziness right now. Unbelievable. Still, totally still a great country, still a lot of fun to be in, to visit, and I dig it. But before I do that, I wanted to quickly just check in and see if anybody's at the show. So, because today it's 1 o'clock p.m. There's Germans. Meine deutsche Freunde sind wahrscheinlich dabei. A little bit, ein bisschen Deutsch. And also, I've got friends from the Philippines, probably, maybe even Australia. So, is there anybody online? Maybe is there anybody watching me right now, darling? Is there anybody there? Can we do a little shout out? Is there anybody there, or nobody's there?
There are some people there.
There are some people there.
Fleck,
Suzanne Fleck. Hello, Suzanne. Who?
Gerard Bastian,
Gerard Bastien. Hey, Gerard. I'm from Belgium. Belgium.
Tony Mops,
Tony, great to see you again every week. Love it. From the UK, Tony Mops in the UK. Sorry.
Regina Peters,
Regina Peters. Very, very nice.
Van der Berg,
Who?
Leonie Van der Berg.
Leonie Vanderberg. Okay, very nice. This is new. I think I'm not sure if I've Leonie. Maybe it's your first time. Welcome to the show. I'm not sure. I've heard Marie Weber. There we go. Marina. Yes. Very nice to see you again. Sehr schön. Dan Eckhart. Wait. Dan. Welcome to the show. Christina Otto.
Sabine Weiler,
Sabine Weiler. Hey, Sabine. Sehr gut.
and Ilona
Ilona
Ludwig.
Ludwig. Oh, from yes, Wuppertal. Genau. Cool. Well, guys, welcome to the show. Thank you again for being here. And so today, I'm going to jump right in right now. Meaning of freedom. My God, what a crazy topic, hey? I'm even am I going to get criticism? Yeah, probably. But I will say this. This is what I want to say. For me, it's more about the journey, I think, for me, really what has been. And I'm going to play you guys some songs today that kind of, from my first album, kind of going up to my latest single, Way of Life, just talking little clips of finding out who I am. I read a book called The Untethered Soul, which I recommend for you guys if you ever get it, if you like reading books. And it's really a book, I would say, about self-discovery, learning kind of finding out who are you, like you're not your name, because that's just what you call you. And you're not the stuff you did, because that's just stuff you did. You're not your feelings, because those are your feelings and they change all the time. So who are you? What is your identity? And I think basically to sum up the book in one sentence is kind of what you're aware of, your consciousness. Like, what do you notice? And for me, I think what makes me cry so much, I'm going to show you guys some clips of to me, some videos. I'm going to show you, to me, what I believe are moments of freedom. And I think we experience these moments of freedom when we really are ourselves in a moment. And, it takes practice to kind of be ourselves, and courage to be ourselves, I think, on a daily basis. And sometimes, we're writing journals, we're writing songs, we're doing art, we're doing our thing, whatever we love doing. And, in that moment, we're not thinking, we're just flowing through life. That's when we feel our most free and most powerful. And so for me, it's been quite a journey to find out, who I am. Like, because I cry watching this video. Why am I crying at this video? I'm like, because I feel like I connect with this person being themselves. And I go, that's what I want to do. That's what I notice. That's my consciousness, which is part of the reason why I make these little videos. So, I'm going to show you some of these videos of these moments. I wanted to, should I do that? I think I wanted to just jump right into that. I had this whole thing. I've got this thing, my script all set up here to talk about the Star Spangled Banner a little bit, how it came about. Let me just, I'm going to sum this up because I just think it's such a cool song. I actually like the Star Spangled Banner, and I'm going to sing it a little bit. I think it's a cool national anthem. The lyrics, believe it or not, were written from a poem written in September 14th, 1814, by a 35-year-old lawyer, amateur poet Francis Scott Key. Now, how amazing is that? He's a lawyer, but he also writes poetry. This is, to me, a unique little combination. What lawyer do you know writes poetry that lasts 200 years after it was written? Probably not too many, but maybe. And after witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry, which is in Baltimore, I want to check that out, actually. I didn't know that. By the British ships of the Royal Navy in the Baltimore Harbor during the Battle of Baltimore in the War of 1812. So I kind of was like, he describes the flag, and he has a metaphor of the flag. So I just love, but it didn't become the national anthem till 1931. So it was like a couple, about 100 years later, right? 115 years later, it became the national anthem. So I thought that was kind of neat to share a little bit of what was going on. So before 1931, there was different kinds of songs called Hail Columbia. There was My Country, 'Tis of Thee. That's kind of a funny one. 'Tis of Thee. That's so English. Whose melody is identical to God Save the Queen. So it's a copy of that, Tony. That's where you're, right? You're the UK. And I do like God Save the Queen. It's quite a nice song. But anyway, after everything, America the Beautiful was also considered, but it wasn't basically until 1931. I think Woodrow Wilson, made it. Oh no, Herbert Hoover signed the deal to make it the national anthem. So here we go. I'm gonna sing the song a little bit, because I guess. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Ramparts means walls. They were like castle walls. I looked that up. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. I love that so much, like rockets and bombs. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And then I'm used to hearing jets flying overhead, because every time I hear this song, it's usually at like a Super Bowl or some major U.S. event like the World Series or something. I just love it. I don't know why I get all teary-eyed at it, but I think I just love the lyrics in the whole thing. It just kind of like, fighting for freedom, and just that it was still there, even through the fight. I guess that's, to me, it's kind of funny. I relate that to freedom in itself, because it feels like it's a fight for freedom in your life sometimes, but I think, as Buddhists would say, and even Jesus and Christianity and in most religions would say, is actually when you stop fighting and you start just letting go and accepting, that's when you start becoming free, which is kind of an interesting thing. So I actually used to have as well, but yes, that's it. I'm gonna stop the story there with the American thing. I do love that song, but I'm gonna go through my discovery of myself, meaning of freedom. I just wanted to jump into that because it was inspired. Today's inspired a little bit by Independence Day for the United States, the 4th of July, when they became independent from Britain, and they said, hey, we want to be our own country. And, it's kind of like, at that point where you sometimes say to your parents, I want to be me. I'm not you. I want to be me. And so you kind of move out and do your own thing. So let's go to the first song. I think, to me, when I started discovering myself, I think when I look back, I think to this song here. It's such a revealing song. I think a little bit of who I am. When I wrote it, I didn't really think much of it. But now, looking back 13, 14 years later, Renegade Soul is definitely something that has been something that's just, when I play the song for you, listen to the lyrics. I'll kind of show you. It's kind of me talking to the world, kind of going, this is kind of who I am. So here we go. People call me crazy 'cause they can't quite figure me out, but I know nothing in this world can save me, nothing except a little love for my heartbroken soul. Nothing can save me, my heartbroken soul. Sometimes I hear the song, sometimes I stand deaf and alone. I carry the users all night lies. That's me, that's just how I thrive. When I work, when I play, as I waltz through this crazy game. I talk a million words in a beat. When friends are saying I shouldn't speak. Some days I'm in the front row at church. Some nights I'm plotting plans in the dirt to escape. Steal a day, run away to another town to play. 'Cause I'm a renegade soul. I'm always ready to go. 'Cause I don't know how to stone. Damn. All right, so I'm going to stop right here for a little pause to kind of reflect on what I just kind of said there. You know, this is the David Blair Music Show. I didn't say I'm going to play all the songs all the way through. I thought it's fun. This is called Renegade Soul because I got a complaint when I was working at Hertz Car Rental. They said, "You're a renegade. What are you doing here, you crazy man here?" You know, I would take, and I don't, you know, I just did simple things. I would collect bottles out of cars and, you know, take them in and recycle them myself because then I could get a couple extra bucks. People were like, "You can't do that, blah, blah, blah." Just weird things like this, you know. Anyway, they called me renegade. I took that as a compliment. And, you know, people call me crazy because they can't quite figure me out. Well, neither can I. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like, who am I? Who am I? And I talk a million words in a beat. I think you know that that's the reason why I have a podcast. It's just funny. Friends are saying I shouldn't speak. Some days I'm in the front row at church. Some nights I'm plotting plans in the dirt. I mean, that's just me. You know, I really am crazy. And it's funny. My dad, we had a Father's Day show 2 weeks ago. And my dad said to me after the show, he says, you know, because we talked about it, I said to him what he means to me and who he is to me. And he said, "I didn't get a chance to tell you who you are for me. And you are a big risk taker." And I never think of myself as a risk taker. I've certainly been cowardly in so many ways. And I'm actually going to share about that in the next couple songs here. But certainly for me, I never thought I was taking a risk. I'm like, I have to do this. And maybe for some of you understand that. Maybe if Tony, you're there, maybe as a musician, sometimes you just know what people think is crazy, but to you is kind of the necessary step you have to do. And when you think about people who have changed history, they do things that basically at the time it's happening, people go, "Who are you, you crazy nut job?" But you do it anyway. And I guess to be a musician, in some ways, you got to be a little crazy, like me.
Do a little shout out for your Indian buddy, Gaurav Sharma.
Who?
Gaurav.
Gaurav?
Sharma.
Gaurav Sharma. I'm doing a shout out to my Indian friend Gaurav Sharma. Hey, India's tuned in. See, that's why we have the show in the afternoons here. Oh my God. So it's 1:20. So it's probably, I think there's 6 hours ahead. So it's maybe, or 5 hours ahead there. So maybe 6 o'clock p.m. there. Yes. Hello, my Indian friend. Very nice. Welcome to the show. Always nice to have you. And very, very cool. I'm always surprised. I think how many Indians speak English really, really well now. I think that's kind of probably because every Western company has their call center in India now. But but anyway, fantastic. I'm really glad you could join the show. Very, very nice. But anyway, I'm describing the song Renegade Soul and this, you know, me, how I wrote this. And I don't even know why at the time, you know, and I said this just the other day to Kathy and Willem, friends of mine. I said, Socrates said that artists are only, and I love how they're just interpreters of the gods. And I think for me, that's such a freeing thing. You talk about freedom. I'm just an interpreter of the gods. In other words, what I write here is not from me. It's from another place. It's from a higher power. And I can be proud of it and excited about it, but I didn't actually create it. I kind of found it. And if you know, whenever you create art or you're doing things, I'm sure you guys probably know that it just, inspiration came to you, right? Where did it come from? Did you create it or did you just feel it, you know, in that moment? And so yes, let's get back to the second half of the song. Suffocating slowly in a soft, warm, comfortable place. Doesn't feel right. Killing you with kindness is the way I like to get in your face. Gone is midnight. Sometimes I like the discipline. I speed and pay the price again. Yeah, I know this day is soon gonna end. Before it's done, I'm having no regrets. Running hard, driving fast, jumping blind, falling further from my place. When I feel fine and my life is safe, that's when I draw the line and contemplate this place. Cause I'm a renegade soul and always ready to go. And I don't know how to slow down to keep my feet on the ground and stick around. I'm a renegade soul, yeah. Yeah, so that's my song, Renegade Soul. I think that was kind of the most revealing song of who I am. And me kind of reading it going, wow, that's kind of me. I guess I do crazy things. People think I'm crazy, but I just have to do my thing. I really relate. I don't know if any of you guys know Dennis Rodman, a basketball player in the Hall of Fame in the NBA. Really crazy guy, dyed his hair blonde, married himself, did all kinds of things. But certainly I relate to him in some ways because people thought he was crazy, but yet, he made it to the Hall of Fame, which is pretty amazing to me. I have another song. So going to the next song, that kind of led me towards, I think ultimately right now I might be, it's funny, since March 13th, I've had to totally change everything. I didn't have any live shows. I had all my live shows canceled, and I had to kind of figure out, well, what am I going to do? And I'm so blessed to tell you guys personally that this podcast has been kind of a dream come true that I didn't even know I had a dream of. I've never dreamed of having a podcast, but I love talking. That's just plain and clear. I have a lot to say. I don't, that just was given, that's kind of who I am. And it's just been the most freeing thing for me to be able to say all the things I want to say on top of playing songs for you guys. So I really love the fact that I get to do this podcast, and this never would have happened if it wasn't for COVID. So I have to say, I'm also very lucky. So I wanted to play the next song from my next album, Things Left Unsaid. I think it's the most one of the most revealing songs about who I am as well. Another part of me in my next album. So this was released in 2009, and it's called I've Been Hiding. And I think for me, I always wanted somebody. I'm very lucky right now that I have a wife and a soon-to-be child, a son, in the next few days. We don't know when. Maybe the next show I will be able to say that I'm a father officially. But for me, I was always scared of relationships or people and women. But somehow I wanted a relationship as well. And so it's kind of interesting. So this song kind of describes a little bit of my dilemma. And so yeah, I'm going to share with you this song. It's called I've Been Hiding. There's something that's on my mind. It's kind of wearing me down. Burned and abused my time. How many days have I left out? I know that you're out there, but I'm closing my eyes. Sorry, I'm softening my heart and taking off this disguise. I hope you can see me in the starlight. I'm just past the hillside, a little more to the right. Oh, everything, all that I had, it's already in you. You already own me. You have me. All that you need is to find me. 'Cause I'm right here hiding. Please don't tell anybody. I've been hiding. Honestly, hopefully, maybe I'll open my eyes and not be scared to see through the bright lights. I listen for your song, 'cause I hope you can see me in the starlight. I'm just past the hillside. I'm still to the right. Oh, 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 everything, all that I am, ooh, it's already in you, yeah. You already own me. You have me, yeah. All that you need is to find me, yeah. 'Cause I'm right here hiding. Shh, please don't tell anybody. I've been hiding. Yeah, I've been hiding. I've been hiding. Hiding. Yeah, I've been hiding. Yes, I was hiding for a long, long time. So, man, please don't tell anybody I've been hiding. I just always hope that someone would just come and find me, you know? And I think it's so funny, as I'm about to become a parent, my wife's reading all these different parenting books. It's very interesting. And one of the things one of these books said is the child just wants to be seen. So I find that so interesting. And I think sometimes what I've discovered is as I see myself, I get to see other people as well. Like as I see who I am. And again, it's not my name or my job or what I do, or even, you know, I'm a musician, but that's only like a small part of who I am as a person. So who the heck is David Blair? Very interesting question. And I find, especially when Socrates, you go back to the old philosopher, Socrates said, know thyself. And I find that very freeing. To know yourself, to understand, that's how you know when to let go, when to hold on. You know, there's all these time, but change. You know, all these, a time for something, there's a time for this and a time for that. How do you know when there it is, like the work-life balance and all the rest of that stuff? Well, I find, for me, my personal thing has been this journey of finding out who I am, and then who I am knows intrinsically, organically, when the time is to let something go, when to hold on, when to endure, when to persevere, when to let it go, and just, you know, move forward with things. I want to show you guys, I'm super pumped about this. I just saw this guy, Johnny Manuel. I just saw his, he popped up in my feed in Facebook, whatever. And I'm going to show you something. Whoops. Nope, not that one. We did that already. I wanted to show you guys a video of a guy who, to me, for me, I don't think he knows fully who he is. He's discovering who he is. And it's so amazing to see him become himself in front of our very eyes. And then, you know, and then come back into the world again. It's so amazing to where he goes. So check this out. I made this little, I downloaded this video for you guys. His name is Johnny Manuel. And tell me, you know, you can leave it in comments in the section. I'll ask my wife if you guys notice this. But tell me the moments where you get, in German we say Gänsehaut. Es gibt wirklich Gänsehaut. There's goosebumps, we say in English, goosebump moments in this video. And that the moment to me is the moment where he's truly being himself. If that makes any sense to you. I hope you guys get this. Check this out. Listen to this. This is only like about 2 minutes, but just enjoy. Okay? And I want you to pay attention to his story.
Hello, and what's your name?
My name is Johnny Manuel.
Okay, tell me a bit about you, Johnny.
Well, I'm from Flint, Michigan, and I've been singing most of my life.
Where have you been singing for most of your life?
I got signed when I was around 14 years old to a record label.
Okay. I presume it didn't work out.
It did not work out. I mean, as a kid, I thought that, you know, I was going to take off and see the stars, and obviously it didn't happen that way.
You still got the dream. What do you hope could happen off the back of this?
Oh, my God. I hope what can happen is that I'm finally able to be who I am and present myself and my music to the world.
I'm finally
well,
able
listen,
to
Johnny,
be myself
I really
and
hope
present
this works
myself
out
to the world.
for you.
Now listen,
Thank you,
he doesn't feel
too.
like he can at this moment.
luck.
Now watch him do it right now in front of our very eyes. This is amazing. And this is to me what freedom is right here. Listen, enjoy this. Listen to this. I love these shows. Get all crazy, but I basically cry out almost half the time.
Okay.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you.
The message is perfect.
I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you won't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside, I can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever.
Now, who is he?
Well, don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore.
I'm getting emotionally touching. What's this? Everybody's going crazy, like, ah. Okay, so you just witnessed, I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's just witnessing pure freedom. He's being himself. And if it's one thing that I feel like I've learned, is that being yourself is the greatest freedom you can have. It doesn't matter, when you think about people, who have gone to jail, the Birdman of Alcatraz, who was there for 30 years in jail, but wrote this book while he was in jail. Or you think of Nelson Mandela, who was in jail for 30 years and then became leader of a country, not broken, but actually made in jail. When you think about these, how can people be free, locked up, and how can people want to commit suicide in some of the freest countries in the world? You have to think freedom is certainly definitely within yourself. So I just think this, to me, when I saw that video, I thought, wow. The lyrics are really doing it, and I had to share that with you guys. I hope you enjoyed that, because I just was like, oh my God, you can just feel the people going, oh, just taking their breaths away. Like, he's really, he's really going for it. He's really being himself. It's just amazing, being, what does that mean? Being, not everybody's going to be a singer. But in that moment, you can see, wow, that's who he is. He's not from Flint, Michigan. He's not from, yes, that's a fact about him, but that's not who he is. He's that energy there. Wow. So, now, was there anything, yes. So comparing that to, I wanted to show you guys as well. Let's see here. I wanted to get into, and so I did a little video as well. Speaking of, so actually, no, should I do the video? No, I'm going to do this to you guys. Sorry, I apologize. This is the first show of the two, so I'm kind of experimenting with things. I told you earlier that discovering myself has certainly been a journey, and it's ongoing, of course, right now. It's unbelievable right now. 2020 has been unbelievable discovery, doing this podcast, starting a record label, releasing the song, which I wrote 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago now. This Way of Life was written 4 years ago, and now to have it being released officially now is such a crazy thing for me, and I just love it. I don't think I would have imagined doing kind of an 80s synth song. But you know what I want to do is, before I play this song, I've got a little video that I made, but before I play Way of Life for you guys, I wanted to sing to you guys my song called Say No. To me, one of the greatest songs that really freed me, and it was really scary. And I say this to every songwriter. I made a rule for myself a few years ago. Well, now it's maybe 8 years ago now I made this rule. So Tony, if you're still watching the show, this is a really great rule to have for songwriting. And that is, if you're scared to say the lyric, if you're scared to write it, then that's what you have to say. And I always feel like that has always turned out, even though it's scary at the time. And I think, oh my God, no, I can't say that. Let's write something else. And I've often co-written with artists where they had something so amazing. We talked about it, and then they back off. They get a little bit scared, and they're like, oh no, I don't want to reveal that. I don't want to say that. That's too much. And those are the moments where you're like, no, you got to stay courageous and really do it. And that's really where you get a chance to discover yourself and really find out who you are. So this song here is called Say No. And it's a song that it took me years singing for me to really realize what was deep down in my unconscious. You know, some people take drugs to find out what's in their unconscious. For me, I just do songwriting, and I find out what I'm actually thinking about myself. So this song here, it's not coincidental that after I wrote this song, soon after I wrote this song, maybe a year later, I met my future wife. And I do believe this song had a lot to do with me being able to make that work and make it work up to this point right now. So here we go. I'd written of love long ago. Whoops, let's go to the full screen here. But I played the part for the show. 'Cause people never find love true. Even though I told myself they do. And it seems that you might like me now. But I know deep down I've got nothing to offer. And this I'm gonna soon find out that I let you down over and over. Say no. Say no to me. Listen closely. Say no. Just save yourself. Save us from me. 'Cause I can't say that word. I'll only make it hurt. I know from most is probably pretty easy, yeah. But it seems I like to make my life hard. Save yourself this mistake and keep the brakes and let me go. Say no. Say no to me. Listen closely to your heart. You know you're having doubts. I'm giving you an out. 'Cause I can't say that word. I'm only gonna make this hard. Yeah, 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 oh, 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 yeah, 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 oh, 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 yeah, yeah. There you go. Saying no. So embarrassing to me to say that I've got nothing to offer. Say no to me. I'll only let you down over and over again. So embarrassing to say that. It's not really flattering for the singer, me being that person, and saying I don't believe in love, and it's just, blah, 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 blah. But I think that was the thing that really saved me the most, is to really expose these crazy thoughts I had in my head and about how low I was on myself. And really, in some ways, such a very Arschloch thing to do and a bit of an asshole thing to say to someone. It's like, hey, to get them all interested in me, and then say, no, I can't say the word, but it's not going to work out, and just to really drag them through the mud like that. Terrible. But I'm glad I wrote the song, and it's funny, when I entered a songwriting competition, they said, yeah, it's a little bit too much of an asshole. Your second verse is just too much. Now we get the point that you don't think you're enough for this person is too much. But I could have changed the lyrics, but I thought, no, that's the way I felt at the time. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to let that song be the misery it is. So Say No was certainly a song that has led to a lot of freedom in my life, for sure, to play that one. I want to show you guys, let's do this one. Let's get into it now. I'm going to show you, to me, I cried my eyes out when I made this video back in 2012. I made it for Stronger, Higher, Faster. I re-edited it to fit my newest single, Way of Life. So today I'm going to break out and play you guys my newest single, Way of Life. It comes out July 31st, so we've got lots of time, but it's coming out at the end of the month, and you can actually save it, save it, I believe. Well, for my patrons, they're in for my patrons, you already have the song. You got the folder there. You can go into your area on the website, log in, and download the song. You have it for yourself. For you guys who are not there, that's totally no problem at all. The song is, where is it pre-savable, darling? You can get it. I know we have a link that's pre-savable for Way of Life. Yeah, so you can hear it. And we're gonna do the video. We're making a video for it. And anyway, I'm gonna play it for you guys now, and you guys get a chance to hear it. And I made a little video for it, and I put it to a music video, the sports video, because to me, these are moments, these Olympic moments from 2012 are really, to me, encompassing of being free, being yourself in that moment. These are athletes, but everybody has their moment of being in that flow. And I just call it just an unbelievable moment of just, you call it what you want, but I call it freedom. So check this out. So this is,
I'd give it up in a heartbeat just to stay with you.
people just doing what they love.
Yeah. People tell me that freedom's on a point of view. Oh, when I'm without you, I'm locked inside. No circumstances can make
I think
it
struggle is part of the freedom too.
The light that shines inside me when I'm with you. It's true. I'm in. Give up anything to make this go, even if it goes slow. Running game in shadows is taking its toll. Running to the light, it's time to be bold. Falling into hands that open what I need to be held. Makes my eyes smell. Love
Just
is
right
a
here, I
way
cried
of
forever.
life with you. Love has a face that matches you. I know it's all that we need, so mark my words, never give up on you. How many stairs do I have to climb to care for you? How many seas do I have to swim to share with you? How many songs do I have to sing with you? How many lives do I have to live with you? How many times was my heart break to be with you? Oh, love is a way of life with you. Love has a face that matches you. I know it's all that we need, so mark my words and tell me what I'm living for, cause
What are you living for, people?
living for, cause
that was the inspiration. This is kind of the inspiration for a way of life. Love is a way of life. Freedom is a way of life. It's not your situation.
Love is a way of life with you. Love is a way of life with you.
That was the closest finish of all time for a
Love is a way with you.
I get so excited watching that. Oh, so amazing. All right. Well, Friends, I hope you're enjoying the show. This has been really kind of a journey for me as well, going through it. It's so neat. I have told Nicole, I've said, oh my God, why do I do this to myself? Freedom, what a huge topic that is. But then I thought, okay, let's make it personal. Just my journey through, for freedom. I feel for myself, just freedom from, my ego. My God, this is how selfish it is. And just to be able to be a part of people's lives and be in service of you guys and to be service of my fans and to be able to create music and not have these crazy feelings of limitations. I can't do this, I can't do that, and just to feel free. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about? Get the light, So, yeah, that's that. So, we're looking at, whoa, it's a full hour. It's gone. Oh my God, people, time has flown. Okay, well, listen. Thank you so much for being the show. Listen, next week we have a show. I have my first international guest, an Italian singer-songwriter. Her name's Alessia Labate. And let me show you a little something from her, actually. Just happened to meet her online. It's on friendship, of course, the big topic, friendship. What are friends? And me and Nicole have been talking about friendship. What is the meaning of friendship for months now? It's maybe 8 months. She's going through her whole thing. And me, myself, as well, when I got married last year, getting my guys together and really considering my best friends in my life and considering our friendships and how I'm serving them and just our friendships, basically just what makes up a friendship. What is a friendship? What is it about? What's the point of friends? And what are their meanings in life, and how do people come into our lives and whatnot? So next week the theme is friendship, and I have a special guest, a singer-songwriter from Italy, from Milan, Italy. Her name is Alessia Labate. I said that earlier. Let me play you a little song of hers. She just released a new single about friendship, which is really cool. It's called Something Special. Here you go. Check this out.
We will never let go, 'cause I always knew you got the something special. I always knew you got the something special. I can see it in your eyes, 'cause you got the fire that I like. I always knew you got the something special.
So that's Alessia Labate. She's 22, young new talent there. I got to meet her. I have not met her in real life yet in person, but her producer, Ryan Stewart, was the producer for Carly Rae Jepsen. You might remember her. Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. Remember that? Call Me Maybe. So call me maybe. He was her producer. Sorry, he produced Carly Rae Jepsen, and he was the producer of Alessia Labate. He's from Vancouver. I know him. We actually talked. We didn't end up working together, but we did do some songwriting and whatnot, so we're still casual friends. And through his post on Instagram, found her. We got in touch. I liked the song. I was like, this is cool. And then she was like, hey, I see you have a podcast. And I'm like, yeah, I've got a podcast. Do you want to come on? She's like, yeah, I want to come on. So we're going to talk about friendship and the meaning of friendship and just her song and what was the inspiration behind it. She says it's the true meaning of friendship, a true friend. So I want to know what her definition of a true friend is. I'm super stoked about it. So guys, come back next week. Again, it'll be here 1 o'clock p.m. my time, Berlin time. And again, 7 p.m. as well. Oh, you know what? We're doing the interview, though, at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. next Saturday. We're just doing the interview once. So 7 p.m. If you miss it, you'll see it on YouTube or on Facebook on the replay. But don't miss it, okay? Just come. Let's just see it live. It's just cool to be in the chat room together. So thank you guys for coming, for being here today. And should I sing you out with a song? Let's do a little acoustic. We'll sing you a little bit of Way of Life, okay? Let's do it. This is how we're going to end the show. I'd give it up in a heartbeat just to stay with you. But people tell me that freedom's not a point of view. When I'm without you, I'm locked inside. No circumstances can make it right. The light that shines inside me when I'm with you is true. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, so there you go. So I just did a little taste of the song. But anyway, I'm glad you guys came to the show. It's the Dave Blair Music Show podcast. Thank you. We'll see you next week. If you'd like to support the show, you can become a patron. Go to my website and click on it there. You can receive this song right now, Way of Life Now, before it's released. You get a birthday dedications from me to you or to any of your friends. You get this. You get a private show every single month, and it's like a private hangout. It's like a hangout session where we get to chat and talk, and I'll tell you all kinds of new things that we're working on. New singles and releases from all the artists that are on our record label as well too, as they come out. We have a new single from the first artist signed to my label. Her name is Lara Samira. She was on The Voice of Germany 2017. She's releasing a single, which is actually my song, No Off Switch, just on ukulele. Very, very cute. She's so amazing. I can't wait for you to hear that song as well. So all that is become a patron, and there's all kinds of other great stuff going on there. So I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for your support, and have a wonderful